On April 5, 1984, the body of 14-year-old Tina Faelz, a freshman at Foothill High School in Pleasanton, California, was found brutally stabbed 44 times in a drainage culvert behind the school. Born on May 22, 1969, Tina was described as a fun-loving, energetic teenager who had a strong sense of self. Despite her friendly nature, Tina sometimes faced bullying at school by a group of older girls. She routinely took the school bus home, but shortly before her death, she began walking home because of the bullying. Though specific details about the bullying are scarce, reports from investigators and those who knew Tina indicated that she had been verbally harassed and possibly physically intimidated on a regular basis. The bullying had become so serious that Tina had told friends and family she was afraid to ride the bus. On April 5th, Tina decided to leave school early after being harassed. She took a shortcut commonly used by students, which led her through a drainage culvert partially obscured by brush and trees, secluded enough for the attack to happen unnoticed. Tina's body was discovered shortly after the murder, reportedly by a man walking his dog. She was found lying in the culvert, partially covered, stabbed 44 times, a level of overkill that suggested a rage-fueled attack. Her injuries were so severe that investigators initially believed it to be a crime of passion. The wounds were concentrated on her upper body, primarily the neck, chest, and face. Despite the brutality of the murder and a large investigation that identified multiple suspects, no crucial evidence was found at the time, and Tina Faelz's murder remained unsolved for 27 years. Until a breakthrough came in 2011, when cold case investigators decided to re-examine evidence using advanced DNA technology that had not been available in 1984. Among the items collected from the crime scene was Tina's purse, which had been found hanging in a nearby tree. When tested, a trace amount of blood on the purse was submitted to CODIS, the National DNA Database. The results pointed to a match. Stephen Carlson, a former classmate of Tina's who was just 16 years old at the time of the murder. Carlson had been a troubled teen, battling addiction, and exhibited violent tendencies. Despite living just a few doors down from Tina and attending the same high school, he had never been seriously considered a suspect during the original investigation. By 2011, he had already served time for unrelated offenses and was living in a group home. Armed with the DNA evidence, authorities arrested Carlson in 2011. During interviews, he denied involvement, but the forensic evidence was compelling. In 2014, he stood trial for the murder of Tina Faelz. Carlson was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 26 years to life in prison. However, in 2017, an appeals court reduced the conviction to second-degree murder, ruling that while the evidence of guilt was strong, there was insufficient proof of premeditation. His sentence was reduced to 15 years to life in prison, making him eligible for parole after 15 years in prison. In 2020, Carlson finally confessed to the murder. He admitted to being high on methamphetamine and alcohol the day of the murder and claimed to have little memory of the attack but acknowledged waking up covered in blood, later realizing what he had done. He said he attacked Tina after being filled with anger over his own life and also being bullied.